That's for the dog. I'm feeling a little foggy. I think I'll sit down and relax.
Aloha. Good morning, everyone. Aloha. Lanai is buzzing with all kinds of fun energy, and hugs and love and joy, just the way we love it. Am I loud? I sound like I'm loud. Have I got an echo going? It's not too loud? Okay, all right. Welcome. With backlighting, I can't see all the faces, but I see most of who I recognize, and it's so good to be here this morning. I apologize for missing last week. I'm learning to discern. When we do too much and we don't listen to our little voice, we pay the price, which I did. And it's all lessons, and that's all good. So thank you for being here this morning. You're all beautiful, and we're gathered together in unity, in kindness and love. And my name is Leah, and I'll be facilitating this morning. And we have a reading this morning, and Ramona is going to come up and share. You want to clip it in?
Good morning, everybody. Welcome and Happy New Year to all of you. This is called Embracing a World That Works for All. And it comes from the Science of Mind magazine, courtesy of Ernest Holmes. By accepting responsibility, we take effective steps toward our goal, an inclusive human society on a habitable planet, a society that works for all humans and for all non-humans. Sharif Abdullah, Creating a World That Works for All. You find me 1,000 people in the world who know what religious science is and use it and live it as it is, and I'll myself live to see a new world, a new and a new earth here. Ernest Holmes, pages 386. 395. There we go. How many systems keep today's world running? Politics, education, economics and finance, science and medicine, technology, hospitality, social services, military, criminal justice, law, and many others. Once we start breaking things down, a world that works for all is a world where all these systems operate in ways that benefit all people, animals, ecosystems, and the planet. Talk about lions, tigers, and bears, oh my, that's a lot to consider. But how do you get to the wonderful world of Oz? One yellow brick at a time. In CSL's global vision, we see a guiding hand pointing the way forward. We envision a world where personal responsibility joins with social conscience in every area of the political, corporate, academic, and social sectors, providing sustainable structures to further the emerging global consciousness. Are we approaching this process as if we were visionaries, architects, contractors, electricians, bricklayers, plumbers, and interior decorators, all invested in understanding what it means and what it will take to create a world that works for all? Are we embracing this possibility, or are we avoiding it out of fear, apathy, or disbelief? Each time I share my thoughts in these daily guides, I try to stir the pot and have often repeated certain concepts. I will keep doing so until I know we collectively live the vision we set. Lives depend on that vision becoming reality. Are you ready to gather, discuss, plan, and build? And here's the affirmation. So I will say it once and then I'll do part of it and then you will work on that with me. Repeat it with me. I bring my time, talents, treasures, treatments, and tools to the activity of creating and building a sustainable world that works for all. I bring my time, talents, treasures, treatments, and tools to the activity of creating and building a sustainable world, the activity of creating and building a sustainable world that works for all. And so it is. Amene.
Thank you, Ernest Holmes, and thank you, Ramona. Such wise words, right? And to embody those words and to live that is a daily task, right? And I'm finding more and more, if I allow myself to face that daily task with open eyes and open heart, then somehow it's a little easier. It's gone? Went away? Shall I try? This better? There we go. Ice cream cone moment. Okay. Got to remember that. All right. So it's time for a meditation, a thought, some thoughts, some intentions. So I'm going to suggest grounding yourself if you haven't already, if you choose to, and uncross legs and arms and feet and be here now. And let's take 3 deep breaths together. Let's close our eyes and go inside and take a deep breath in and out. Let your shoulders come down. Let all that tension go. Second breath, in and out. Wiggle your toes. Feel being in that chair. Be grateful just to be here in form. Third big breath, in and out. Now I'm going to suggest put your right hand over your heart and your left hand on your opu, your lower belly, and really feel and be present there with yourself. I was inspired at 4 a.m. this morning to do this little exercise. And I thought, this is perfect. This is about loving myself. So in loving yourself, take all that energy that's inside of you and let it swirl around and hug your heart. Hug yourself. And with eyes still closed, take those 2 beautiful arms of yours and give yourself a big hug. Hold on to yourself, and it feels good. Sway a little bit, go side to side, and send all that love, that energy to yourself. Really feel it. Be honest with it. Be generous with it. And what I want to share is what I've been learning here in this planet Earth, lifetime human being existence, is the more I love myself, I fill up my vessel so I can pour it out in my world to others. If my vessel is empty, I deplete myself, and there's no energy left to give. So this is a reminder. Love yourself first. Fill up your vessel and feel good about loving you. Let's go a few minutes into the quiet on that thought, and I'll ring the chimes when it's time to come back in the room. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that little exercise. I'm finding I'm doing it more often, and any of us could do it any time, right? And I think it's a healthy reminder, so we can keep shining our light everywhere we go. Because if our vessels are full, the light comes on bright. Right? Okay, JP, time for some beautiful music from you. Thank you, sir. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much. I don't know about anybody else, but I was transmuted to the southwest of America around a fire with some beautiful people. We're all beautiful people. Different times, different places. Okay, well, I think most of you were here when I did my official welcome, but I'll welcome again, because we all can say aloha, right? Aloha. I love the fact that alo means to be present, and the ha is the breath of life. So when we say aloha to someone, and I say these when I say this to, gently inform my guests when they come to the island, it's not just hello, goodbye, and I love you. It's be present, and it's the breath of life. So aloha is a very powerful message when we go to that ancient wisdom. And I love sharing that. And sharing is all about what this center is about. This New Thought Center of Hawaii is a multi-faith spiritual community, which is beautifully illustrated here on this gorgeous mandala that we've had on the wall for many years. And our mission is to provide a sanctuary of aloha for the nourishment, development, and evolution of each individual's unique spiritual path. Our history is that this group evolved from the Kona Community Church of Religious Science, founded in 1971. We've held Sunday services continuously from that time, previously in Keauhou, and since 1999 here in Kealakekua. Thanks to the pandemic of 2020 and 2021, we have developed the technical capabilities to hold our services online when necessary. So hi to those online out there in the live stream. Aloha to everyone. Our connection to the wider world is that we are affiliated with International New Thought Alliance, an umbrella organization that brings together groups and individuals who share certain common beliefs and attitudes, among them the idea that as a new thought embodied in consciousness produces a new condition. Thoughts are truly things. That was written by Judge Thomas Troward. INTA also includes many unity and religious science churches and centers for spiritual living. And this beautiful logo, by the way, was created by Morty Breyer. I never had the privilege to meet him, but obviously a very, very lovely human being. Okay, what's next? Go back to my schedule. Okay, I don't know that we have new guests in the room today, someone that's never been here. Wonderful. Welcome and aloha. It's wonderful to have new people with us always, and you're always, of course, welcomed back. And Sheila is our lovely presenter today, and she has a question for everybody. So I'm going to pass this mic around in a moment. After she asks the question, we're going to try to keep it, well, we don't have a big crowd today. Keep it small, few words if you can, answering her question. And it's in regards to the presentation, in association with the presentation that she's making today.
Aloha, everyone. Okay, the mic is working. So wonderful to see all your beautiful faces. Some of you were already hypnotized. That's super helpful. But later, we'll do that. So my question is for you, if you have a sense of it, where in your body do you feel your wisdom?
Say it again.
Where in your body do you feel your wisdom?
Wow.
And if you don't feel it in your body, then if you feel it at all.
Okay. All right, since I have the microphone, I'll go first. It's a combination for me of heart and belly. Heart and belly. Oh, okay.
I am Peace Eagle. The Saraswara Chakra.
I am Elisha Leolani. Good morning. I live between my heart, from my heart, and the center of my head.
My name's Stephen. Feel it in my solar plexus. And which way do we go with it? Why don't you do it and then we'll...
My name's Tatum, and I feel it in my heart.
Good morning, I'm Jamie. I feel it, my wisdom and my opu.
I'm Patty. I feel my wisdom in my heart.
Good morning. Great question. This is Nance speaking, and I just want to say all of me.
My name is Don, and it's a combination: the heart, the soul, the brain, past lives, but probably the heart, like everyone else.
My name is Jack, and it's I would say it's in my spirit, which runs throughout my body.
I'm Kathy, and hello. My heart and my eyes, actually. It's what I see.
Aloha, and I would have to say my heart.
Aloha, good morning. My name's Eddie. Mine's actually outside my body. It's more of a combination of what I'm sensing. So, like aura, kind of.
Good morning, I'm Cindy, and I think every cell in my body.
In the native tradition that I'm connected to through my father's side of the family, we focus a lot on spirit and also the working of the heart-mind, bringing those two aspects of our human existence and time on earth together and responding and creating from that awareness point. Mahalo. And my name is Ramona.
Okay, did you two go yet?
My name is Pasha,
I think it's maybe in my third eye, my forehead.
I'm Palmer. I would say my crown chakra.
My name is Jean, and all of the above.
Gallien, in my eyes and in my ancestry, and also with the people that are not with me anymore, a lot.
I'm Jeanette, and I feel like it tends to come through the crown chakra or from the third eye and radiates out through the throat chakra or my heart.
I'm Don, and I would say my throat. And following the Oz theme from the reading, I would just like to add, follow the yellow brick road, follow the yellow brick road, follow, 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 follow the yellow brick road.
I'm Candy, and we're making an assumption that I am wise, but I think probably it's more of a feeling than a holding in my body. It's a intuition connection with all that is kind of thing.
I'm Shayna. I feel a lot in my heart, but it isn't necessarily wisdom. But there's a lot in my heart, and wisdom is just who I be when I'm wise.
Barca, and I'll feel it in my books.
I'm Anna. I feel it through my intuition, which comes a lot through my body, my hands moving. When I'm moving, I get a lot of wisdom. It's probably in my soul and comes through my intuition and my heart.
I'm Tom, and I'm not. I wonder how much wisdom I have, but I guess it sort of comes from my head.
Sort of. Good morning, I'm John Pierre. And the wisdom that flows through this room is just beautiful. Thank you all for sharing all your wisdom, and I'm bigger.
Good morning, my name is Reagan, and I'll just say it depends.
Good answer. I'm Jan, and I'm wondering if I have that much wisdom, like some of the other folks here. I'm going to just be a little different and say it's in my legs and my feet.
Next. Okay. Time for another beautiful song, JP. I'm sure with all your creative juices flowing, that is no effort. Thank you.
Peace Pipe has in mind, or in sound. Did anybody mention sound? I feel sound. Let us vibrate together. sound covers us all.
Sound is beautiful. Thank you. All right. So it's the time of the morning that a lot of us like to say, what's our favorite thing on Sunday mornings? Miracles and ordinaries. And if there's anybody in the audience that hasn't heard about this, it's just that. Miracles can come in all shapes, sizes, forms, and ordinaries can be that. They can be small miracles or big aha moments. So if anyone wants to come up to the mic and share, we always learn from each other's experiences. And I'm actually going to share first. For me, this last week, I'm going to share about learning and discerning. And maybe I don't, possibly I don't know if anybody else thinks of that as a miracle. The fact that we know what we know, we have a new experience, and we learn from the experience, and then me, you, or anybody, we're slightly different. We're wiser, maybe. And for myself, I wasn't here last Sunday because I overdid it. On Saturday, thinking I was, did too much and didn't listen to my little voice. It was actually very loud. It was a big voice. I said, no, I can do this too. And then it was too much. So I was up all night long Saturday and was unable to be here Sunday morning. But why I'm sharing that is that what I learned from that, it really set me back and made me go, well, if I learn to discern and listen and watch and feel myself and not push myself so hard at who I usually am, that it's okay to step back and go slow and be kind to myself and listen to the voice and only do what my body, mind, and soul is saying, I'm capable of that. So I see learning, no matter what age we are, learning is such a miracle because we, you, me, and anybody on the planet, we can take ourselves where we are and we're moving ourselves forward, becoming a better version of ourselves. Thank you.
Aloha. I'm Kathy, and is this working again? It's like it doesn't like me today. Thanks. That's good. That works? Yeah. I think so. Well, first, I just want to say that I have a message of hope in terms of miracles and ordinaries. And things have been happening kind of fast and furious lately, and it has a lot to do with New Thought, okay? Because you taught me how to set an intention, how to come from my highest heart, because I know we're all connected. And all of us right now are feeling anxiety with the world and the way that it is, and the Ukraine and Minnesota and Uruguay and all of it, okay, and Uganda. So I'm here to say that I set an intention. I've been involved with a person in Uganda for the last 5 years. And myself and 2 other women in California have gotten them water, okay, because they have no water. The poverty is unbelievable, and the government's very corrupt. And they just had an election. Well, my friend, unbeknownst to myself and the 2 women in California, he was actually running for a position in Uganda. And he is a good man. And I didn't know how to get him protection. And so I was at Indivisible this last week, okay, on MLK Day. And they had me at the registration table. And I have to tell you, everybody's like 80 years old. The youngest is like 50, so nobody's signing up to register. But this woman came by, and she was about 5 feet tall. She's a little Hawaiian woman. And I just felt compelled in my heart. I heard in my head, ask her. And I said, excuse me, but I feel compelled. I have a friend in Uganda, and it's very corrupt there. And, you know, we're out protesting about the election and everything else. And I said, do you know anyone that can actually help my friend? I think I'm going to cry. This woman is a former judge in Hawaii. And she actually started, it's called Project Expedite Justice. And it's all about helping in Sudan, helping anywhere where there's injustice politically, okay? And she actually gave me the contacts that I could give to my friend. And I have to tell you, he won. He won. He is now the chairman, okay, of, it's called Kagadi, Kagadi. It's 450,000 souls, all right? And right now, their government, the president, okay, was corrupt, and the guy who ran against him, all right, is being helped by organizations just like this woman. Her name is Cynthia Tai. And my friend Ellie and Bobby Wine, I've set the intention. They will change Uganda. And I swear, I feel it in my soul. And it came from here. I learned to set an intention from love. And I asked that woman out of the blue if she could help me. So it works.
Does anyone have a miracle or an ordinary? Come on up. Might be low for you. We can adjust that.
This isn't going to work. I got it.
You got it.
Yeah. My name's Don Dennerline. It's my first visit here, and I'm so appreciative. My miracle. Whew. I just came back from 4.5 weeks in the rural South, Georgia. My year-old mother that was in dire need. And I fly down there not knowing what to expect. I'll kind of make it, you know, the miracles and the golden light and the deep guided me. I've had a life that has rewarded me with this energy often, and I've never experienced what I just went through, and it strengthened me and it enforced me because I stepped into an arena of great despair. I stepped into a home that I held parents for my parents, all in total World War II refugee, was living in denial of her existence. She was living alone. I knew of the threat, and I lived for years of dread that the phone's going to ring and there would be a catastrophe that I would have to leap into. I'm the only one in the family who would care for her. To this degree, she's a very difficult woman. She's a very troubled woman. I always jokingly said she was half Zsa Zsa Gabor and half Adolf Hitler. She is the most narcissistic creature I've ever met in my life, and I've met quite a few. But I was called, and I couldn't even make the first flight because I broke down, knowing what I would find, and I was afraid. And it took me another week to compose myself, and I worked in the garden all week and did miracles, pulled myself together and got on the plane. Make it short. When I landed, there were 10 voicemails in Hartsfield, Atlanta, that my mother had fallen and broken her hip, and she was in a mental institution. It happened very fast. So it went from a trip home to see how Mom was doing to emergency, code blue, react. long story short, in 4.5 weeks, but there was guidance. I was able to get her into an astounding facility. I was able to put together a room full of the dearest memories from our home. I was able to take care of all of her legal affairs, which she always avoided. I was able to sell the property that was her pride and joy. And I was able to get 3 estate sales. I sold everything. I was able to get the power of attorney to do this. And she's now secure for life. I don't have to worry anymore. And I was amazed by the pushback I got from people because I didn't talk like them and I didn't look like them. They were not willing to help me. And yet, I found allies out of the most unknown sources, and it was done. It was done with efficiency and beauty and love. And I have a very contentious relationship with my mother. God bless her. God bless me. I've always done the best. And I had 2 little things that carried me through. One is a song, "Don't worry about a thing. Every little thing is going to be all right." And people saw what I did. I took 2,000 pounds of debris out of the house. I staged the house magnificently to where it sold. 4 offers in one day, top dollar cash, the money for Mom. I cleared a 1/4 acre of land around this gorgeous house, a German chalet that had become the old woman's house and completely overgrown. And I found the old flower beds I put in as a young man. And the property in the house, I could hear it sighing at night, thanking me, but I was thanking it. And I got to touch memories from, I grew up all over the world, and I found the toys from my childhood that were my best buddies. I found some really wonderful things. But what I ultimately found, and I'll wrap it up, was such a deep to have done what I needed to do for me, for her. And I feel drawn because of your energies. And in this troubled world, in this troubled time, I have hope. And I'm grateful for people like you. And we all need to coalesce and take care of each other. We all need to get strength from each other. Aloha.
There it is. It switched off when I took it off the mic stand. Yes, aloha, and thank you for sharing that beautiful story because all of us felt everything you shared. And I think for myself, my heart expanded and I learned something else. Thank you. Yeah. Isn't sharing and caring a beautiful thing? I mean, it's such a natural human capacity. And when we do it honestly, openly, generously, it makes magic happen for all of us, for ourselves and for others. So let's keep shining those lights, right? All right, it's time to introduce Sheila. And I know Jamie has a beautiful lei from Patty. Jamie's going to bring it up. Ooh, pretty, pretty. Thank you, Patty, for making that beautiful lei. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to introduce Sheila Gallien. I asked her earlier, do I say it like the ship, like a galleon? Yes, yes, indeed. So this is Sheila. She is a certified clinical hypnotherapist and functional breathing instructor with deep belief in the subconscious mind and body to heal, to repattern, to restore wholeness, and to supercharge growth. Working intuitively, she blends a mix of therapeutic modalities, including hypnotherapy, therapeutic imagery, ideomotor, did I say it right? Ideomotor? Ideomotor, thank you. Ideomotor signaling and somatic processes to help clients gently unwind anxious behaviors, emotional blocks, and chronic patterns to fully unlock the brilliance and buoyancy of their true selves. And Sheila's also, just as a side note, she's also a writer, a surfer, a single mom, and a navigator of worlds. She has had diverse experiences in life. She worked in Hollywood as an assistant to an Oscar-nominated screenwriter with A-list directors and producers, has been optioned herself as a screenwriter and coached writers for 20 years. She currently works in marketing and sales and rubs elbows with executives of some of the biggest corporations in the world. She has also worked in hospitality, timeshare, restaurants, and a brief spell of hubcap scrubbing. That's interesting. All right, Sheila, take it away.
Oh, thank you so much. Well, it's a little updating. I no longer work in marketing, but I forgot about that part of the bio. Everyone's so attentive. Hello. I'm still arriving after those really powerful stories, Kathy and Dawn. I mean, I'm over here sniffing. So I'm okay. I'm fine. I'll just shake it out. So some of you know I also do channeling, and I had to say it was really interesting this morning because I channeled just privately, and the Heart Center was like, "You're going to New Thought? What? Yeah, I want to come." So we'll have to do that a different time. I was really on the fence. Should I just toss this other thing? But maybe I can come back and do channeling because it's kind of been coming back and took kind of a break from it, especially public channeling. But the consciousness I channel is called the Heart Center of the Universe, and they're just so lovely and funny. And they did have a message which was so in line with the reading today, which really had to do with all of the gifts that we have. And, you know, our society, our habit is to just deify people with gifts and, you know, the most amazing artist, the most amazing musician, and separate ourselves that way. And they were just saying, you know, to remember that our gifts are our connection, and nobody really wants to be put in this silo of ego and being lifted. I mean, their ego kind of might, but really it tends to divide us. Like, I wish if you're like a baby and a baby hears a beautiful flute, the baby's not thinking, God, I wish I could play the flute. You know, which just kind of gets activated later in life. Not everybody and not in every way. It may be a different gift, but that was just the message today, is like really relax into our own gifts, into each other's gifts, and just feel the connection, because we're all just these, you know, projections of light here on the planet. So if anyone needed to hear that today, that was what came through. So who was here when I did the hypnosis back in August? Did anybody hear a couple? Okay. So first of all, you're all experts at getting hypnotized. There's nobody here that needs any help at all. But it's fun to have somebody guide you into it. And since last August, because I really became a hypnotherapist just a couple of years ago, and I've done about another 400 sessions since then. And you know, I think when I spoke before her, what I talked about is my understanding of hypnosis. It's very, very different than what you see on a stage. And Leah was telling me when she was in high school, she had a guy get her so deep that he stood on her between chairs. We're going to do that today, Leah. No, yeah. So we're not going to do that. As much as fun as it is to, you know, have that experience, it also really, really puts sort of a casts a pallor on therapeutic hypnosis, because really all hypnosis is self-hypnosis, and it's all about giving yourself control, connection with the mind. And I think the way I spoke about it before was this idea that it's about giving you control, but what I've really come to understand is that it's about giving you access, and it's about giving you choice. So if you think of the subconscious mind, and all of us have heard this, it's all in pop psychology and just our own knowing that this is where our patterns, our fears, limiting beliefs, all of that lives in the subconscious. And some of us see that model as about 88% subconscious, 12% conscious. So your logic, reasoning, willpower, decision making, that's all in that 12%. And if you ever want to know who's going to win, just think about if you want to lose weight and you know the chocolate cake is not going to help you lose weight, and you're doing a great job, it's all going really, really well, and somebody puts chocolate cake in front of you, and the next thing you're going, I should not be eating this. So we know that the 88% is going to win every time. But what's in there? What is that 88%? And it's easy for us to kind of identify with those patterns, those beliefs. The idea of hypnosis is to come in and kind of harness the depth within. So I kind of see it like this. The subconscious, those patterns that start from the time we're born. And even now they're saying in the womb, which is so unfair to mothers. It's hard enough. Like now you're hungry and you got to worry about sending messages to your baby. But there it is. We start getting that stuff written. I mean, I played this one Listen to Williams song on my guitar about 8,000 times. My daughter does not like Listen to Williams, I'm just telling you. But she likes perfect, clear, harmonious voices, which mine is not. So that was her patterning. But if you think about it, it's like you've got this chalkboard that you're writing on throughout from the time that you're born. And then maybe it starts to be like those Dead Sea Scrolls. It's in like cuneiform, so you can't even read what it is. And then there's the imprinting, really hard. And then sometimes it's like the chisel in those cartoons. And all of this stuff is written all over us, but they're still in us, right? Which we're all working with and trying to get to deep within. There's still the us that has nothing written on it whatsoever. So to me, what hypnosis does is it allows us, by turning down, it has very specific effects in the brain. One of my favorite things is it turns down the salience network, and the salience network is that thing that's scanning. And really, super helpful, but we see it a lot with anxiety, where it gets kind of hyperactivated. People who are hypervigilant, people who grew up with difficult childhoods, people grew up with trauma. I mean, almost everybody has had a difficult childhood in some way. But that kind of hypervigilance, and the experience of hypnosis allows you to kind of drop in, turn that network down, and you kind of just drop into the self, and allows the imagination to come alive. Now, the subconscious doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's imagined. And I can prove it. Has anybody ever cried in a movie? Yeah. Has anybody ever jumped out of their skin? So that's not real. And maybe we could argue it's part of the collective unconscious, but it's an experience we're having. And so you can have an experience. Has anyone ever been changed by a movie? Had an epiphany that's changed you? So you can have an emotional epiphany just in your imagination that can shift your whole ability to access and think. And that's really what we're doing with hypnosis, and giving you access and choice from a new experience of information that allows you to see the world differently and see yourself differently. And that's really the idea behind it. And I notice when I first got into hypnosis and hypnotherapy, I was drawn to it because I quit smoking through it. And I was somebody that no longer had any, at some point when I was drinking whiskey and smoking and drinking and dancing on the tabletops, like that person had a reason to smoke. But the person that I eventually evolved into, it just was so antithetical. It just made no sense anymore. But man, I could not stop, just could not stop. I was one of those people that just was addicted. And I like to imagine and look back and think, oh, it just was that first time, because the first time I was hypnotized, I did stop smoking, but I had to go back the next week and the next week and the next week and the next week. It took maybe 8 sessions, and then years later I had to go back again, and years later I had to go back again, and that's because all the women inside of me had to quit smoking. There were a whole bunch of us, it turned out. And that's, you know, what it is. So people often expect hypnotherapy to be like this, and sometimes it is. Sometimes people have those experiences where there's like one major shift, but typically it's not that you necessarily have to keep doing hypnosis, but you have to keep practicing. You have to practice, you know, everybody with a meditative practice, everybody with you're dealing with anxiety. It's not just, I mean, believe me, if hypnosis really was a magic wand, who would do anything else? Like, you just come to my office, I go, woo, and you'd be presto. So I like to just, you know, disavow that idea that it's actually, my mentor says it's like playing the violin. You can do it fast or you can do it slow. You know, if you want to change your neurology, if you want to have more access to yourself, if you want to feel calmer, if you want to change those overwhelming thoughts, if you want to turn the negative to the positive, it's practice in addition to, you know, getting this boost. So it's kind of like you get that boost, you get that epiphany, and then you keep walking through. And it does definitely give you a rewiring opportunity, but then you got to keep kind of breathing into it. So today, what we're going to do is just like a simple journey. And if anybody want to lie down on the yoga mat or do a pillow, you're welcome to. We're just going to go through a process that just helps you, just a guided journey into the self and a guided journey into a sacred place. And it might be helpful if there is something in your mind, a trouble that you're wanting to get some help with, a question that you might have, then it might be helpful to have that handy. And if not, then something's going to rise for you right in the moment. So, and we'll get to that wisdom piece later on, you'll notice. There'll be a moment. And for some reason, you know, words are specific. Yes? It depends. So some people, because I noticed last time I did it, some people did get so relaxed that they were like totally slumping down in the chair. So, you know, it's just, if it's more for your own comfort, if you just feel more comfortable. And again, we're not trying to achieve some intense somnambulistic depth where I'm going to walk on you and you're going to, so I didn't feel a thing. There's going to be no chicken clucking unless you want to. So this is going to be for all, you know, all of you. Well, who has done hypnosis before? Okay, and who has meditated? Okay, and who has ever driven home and not noticed where they were driving? So, okay, so you've all been hypnotized. So, easy peasy. All right, so now that I told you to lie down, hold on before you do. Just gonna have everybody, if it's comfortable, and you can sit up if you want, just stand up and just stand up for a second, if it's comfortable for you. And just take your time. Okay, I know you need to. Okay, and just put your left arm out for me. Okay, and put it down. And put your left arm out. Shake it all about. And do the hokey pokey. Turn yourself around. Sorry. Okay. That's it. Sit down. Okay. You go ahead and get comfortable. Oh, this is great. Everyone looks so comfy. So this part now where you're still sitting up, just take your right hand, so I'm not going to trick you again. Just take your right hand and put your fingers together. And you're just going to look at that top middle finger. And don't make anything happen, but just notice if it does. Take a deep breath in and exhale, and you may notice your fingers begin separating, wider and wider, further and further apart. Separating, wider and wider, further and further apart. Separating, wider and wider, further and further apart. Separating, wider and wider. You're all doing it perfectly, further and further apart. Doesn't matter if they do or if they don't. Separating, wider and wider, further and further apart. Separating, wider and wider, further and further apart. Separating, wider and wider, further and further apart. Okay, great. Put that hand down. Put the other hand up. And again, doesn't matter if they do or they don't. And fingers together. Don't make anything happen. Don't stop it from happening. Take a deep breath in, look at that finger, and exhale. Okay, beautiful. So some of you had one hand, some of you had both, some of you had no hands, doesn't matter. Just part of just listening to how the subconscious reacts. And so for this next part, just knowing if you want to experience hypnosis, does everybody want to experience it? But that's part of the hypnotic contract. You want to? So that just means you're going to just expect it, want it, watch it happen. And whatever level it happens on is perfectly fine. Doesn't matter. You may notice my voice may start to wander back and forth. You may be thinking about the laundry. It doesn't matter. All of that's completely fine. You may get bored with my voice. There's no doing it wrong. It's just your journey. That's all it is. So now I want you to take that same hand, the right hand, put it up above your head like this. And just begin to notice that those fingers, that top middle finger, that the fingers may begin spreading wider and wider, further and further apart at the same time. Watch as that hand starts to drop down towards your face, and just notice it might be your hand pulling down like a feeling of a magnet pulling down for your face or down towards your body, and just allowing that arm to begin to drop. And just watching it now as it gets closer and closer, and just imagine, use your own imagination to feel like a magnet is pulling that hand down to the head. Pulling, 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 pulling. Just feel that sensation pulling. And when it does, just close your eyes when skin touches skin. Your imagination, your powerful mind. This is all about your power. Just imagine it pulling, pulling, pulling down towards your head. Pulling, pulling, pulling. It may touch another part of your body, allowing to just drop down. Just watch the hand. Keep your eyes on your hand. You just let it come down. And if the arm gets tired, you can let it just rest as well. And just letting it come, drop closer and closer now. Closer and closer. And just feel if the eyes begin to get tired, and letting the arm just begin to come slowly down. If it's getting tired, let it drop. Again, there's no doing it wrong. And then just go ahead when you're ready. That's right. Let the eyes close. Closer and closer now. Closer and closer. Closer and closer. And just use your own imagination to let the arm get heavier and heavier now. Let the arm get so heavy. The arm's so heavy now, it's just going to drop down. Let the arm just completely rest now. And when I use the words deep sleep, we're not putting you to sleep. It's just your permission. Let the hand get heavier and heavier now. Heavier and heavier, heavier and heavier. And just let the arm completely rest now. Wherever it is, just letting it drop. And coming all the way down. And then now everybody just open your eyes. And I'm going to snap 3 times. And the first snap, the eyes are going to start to feel a little heavy and tired. And the second snap, they're going to feel very, very heavy. And on the third snap, they're going to feel so wonderfully, deliciously heavy, you're just going to close them, and it may be very difficult for you to open them. So here comes the first snap. And the eyes getting heavier and heavier. And the second snap, the eyes getting even heavier now. And the third snap, eyes getting so very heavy, wonderfully heavy. So heavy now that it may be difficult to open the eyes. In fact, some of you may try opening the eyes, and the harder you try, the heavier they become. And you just allow yourself having your own experience, feeling the sensation of the eyes getting heavier and heavier. And tuning it into the breath, the sensation, going deeper and deeper, using your own powerful imagination, that feeling, that sensation of those eyes heavy, heavy, and heavier. Imagining sending that feeling all the way through the body now, that wonderful feeling, just allowing that connection, sending it through to the top, all the way to the top of the head, flowing down, only imagining, sending it down to the cheeks now. That wonderful feeling of heaviness flowing downward. Flowing down all the way through the shoulders, heavier and heavier now, flowing it down, imagining your own powerful mind, how heavy can it be, just flowing downward the shoulders, releasing, relaxing. Flowing down now through the center of the body and all the way down through the hips. Feeling that wonderful heaviness, sending it down, all the way down through the thighs, the tops of knees, down to the shins and calves and downward. And bring your attention now to the very top of your head. Just imagining the sensation, only imagining this wonderful sensation of a single beautiful ray of sunlight just dropping into the top of your head. And just feel it, invite that sensation of warmth and comfort flowing down over the forehead, down over the temples, over the eyelids, relaxing twice as much. Inviting it down, that warmth and comfort down to the cheeks and jaw, flowing downward the tiny muscles of the neck, just imagining, sensing, allowing. And I wonder if it touches your shoulders, if it's more of a dissolving or melting of whatever's come here today. Just allowing the sounds from outside to drift further away, and that sound of my voice guiding you deeper. That warmth and comfort as it flows down through the shoulders, over the arms and down through elbows, flowing down over wrists, and as if you might feel your fingers peeling open like petals of a flower, and that sunlight touching just in the middle. Breathing in through the fingertips, all the way up now into the lungs and heart. And your powerful mind and heart and lungs sending a message to each and every cell and fiber of your being that this is the time to receive. Letting go, dropping in, deeper into the belly, releasing that warmth flowing through the organs and all along the spine. The spine elongating, drooping. Dropping down now into the hips and thighs, to the knees and calves. Feeling it flowing downward, down to the bottoms of the feet. And imagine now as if a magnet is pulling from deep within the earth, pulling out what no longer serves you. Feeling it, releasing it, gently pulling, tugging, receiving all that no longer serves you now. As each breath takes you even deeper, connecting to the power of your own breath. And imagining now that warmth, that comfort, that single ray of sunlight pooling around the ankles now, and imagine it just flowing upward along the front of your body all the way to the top, circling above the top of the head, and now wonderfully, beautifully flowing downward the back of the body and down to the ankles. And sending that wave one more time, all the way up the back of the body, all the way to the top. And flowing down the front, down, 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 all the way down. So that now as I count down from 5 to 0, each number just allowing you to go twice as deep. At 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, and deep sleep. Each and every time I suggest the words deep sleep to you for the purpose of hypnosis and with your permission, you allow yourself to enter this state very quickly, calmly, and easily. And when I say deep sleep, it's simply you giving yourself permission to allow yourself to go to just the right depth for today. The depth that you need to drop in and have access to your own powerful self. And as you're drifting now in this comfortable in-between time, every breath allows an even deeper release, a deeper comfort. And just now freely letting the imagination come forward like a door gently opening. Sensing now the desire, the willingness to go within and focusing and noticing perhaps a positive sensation within, as any and all of your senses are heightened. And every breath bringing an even deeper calm, a deeper comfort, because with deeper comfort it becomes easy and effortless to experience the place of your own, a place that is so beautiful, serene, a place of deep comfort, peaceful and secure. It could be perhaps a place that's already known, or a place just arising now. And in just right timing, bringing curiosity, the curiosity forward to the place. And simply let the images arise coming from the deeper mind. And in your imagination, choosing easily for today this place, trusting this place is just right, and bringing it to life all around you. As you begin to look around your own place, even walking around, getting to know it better, taking note of exactly what you're finding there. What's the experience like to be in this place? What are the colors? What are the sounds? Who or what is filling this place? Noticing what other things come into focus. Sometimes noticing the sights, the sounds, and the smells. Breathing in the smells, sometimes allowing and even focusing deeper within. And here in this place in your mind, asking, what is the essential thing about your own place? How does it feel for you to be here now? And noticing, what does this place, your place, have to offer? And how does it feel to know that? And if you haven't already, go ahead and be sure to find the most comfortable, most empowering, connected spot within your place. Notice anything different or new from being here in this spot, from this perspective. What else do you notice about this place that really lets you know it's your place? And when you're ready and you feel secure, connect to all that's here for you in this place. Notice what you value most about it. And then let your place notice what you value most about yourself. Without trying, just knowing comes to you in whatever form it does. Just remaining comfortably relaxed, noticing what you value most about yourself. And what would you say to yourself about that? And how do you feel about this information? And taking just a few more moments to soak up the benefits of being in your own place. Letting this rest, rejuvenation, balance and harmony, your own value. Allowing even more self-value to occur so that your whole being responds in this positive way. And now from this deep, secure, comforted place, when ready, let's call for the something within that knows to appear. The idea of a wise, like a wise guide or an image that would give guidance to you, whatever your heart wants to know. A trustworthy someone that's here for you in a loving, kind way. And just freely and just right timing, bring this wise to life. Naturally, easily trusting. As you visualize and imagine that it's lovingly here for you, in your place. What is this wise like? It could be any form at all. Notice how it appears, its size, shape, color, its posture, stature, its features. And what do you notice about the energy of the wise one? How do you feel being with your wise? And to enter into conversation now with the wise, just internally. Tell it how you feel by being with it now. And when this communication is imagined, how does the wise reply? Find out if your wise one would be able to help you for solving any concerns. And let the wise reply. And if it feels right now, begin to visualize and imagine that you could walk with your wise, even if it is an unusual form to walk. Walk with your wise while you talk things over. No matter what form the wise arises in your imagination, it's always possible. And as you begin connecting and moving and talking things over, what do you notice about that? And continue and tell your wise one about the latest thing that your mind keeps focusing on, and ask for help about it. And take a moment for this conversation with them. And you can continue by asking for more understanding with this issue, where you can bring up something else for discussion. And just noticing how does the wise respond. And when you feel satisfied about these things for now, ask your wise for the one most important thing that it wants you to know for today. And what does the wise one tell you? Now remember where you feel your wisdom, that place in your body or mind or outside or spirit. And if it feels right, place this message from the wise right in that place in your body or spirit or mind. Heighten it and brighten it, knowing that you'll bring it with you, available and accessible within your own body whenever you need it. And as we begin to close for today, ask your wise if it will always respond to your request. The true wise can only answer one way. And how does your wise respond? And how does it feel to know that you can expect to receive ever-ready help at any time? And allow your wise one to become even more vibrant for you in your mind, an image that you can trust in all ways. Now you and your wise one might agree to meet again at another time for further connection, for further discussion. And how do you feel about that? And once again, allowing that image of the wise to get even more vibrant, more and more vibrant. Expanding it all the way and all throughout, and now just imagining standing at the top of a beautiful staircase of 20 steps, wonderfully lit with a beautiful handrail, and just with each step down the stair, breathing in trust. And that trust in all that you've received gets even deeper. At 19, imagine now with the left foot. 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, and deeper. Just deepening, receiving, allowing that all that is true and positive and good about this journey, as we count up from 0 to 5, just follows with you, projecting out of your body and your voice to yourself and others, all the positive, true. Going just a little bit deeper at 0, and then just closing the door of the subconscious mind and coming more alert now at 1, and 2 with a deep cleansing breath. 3, more and more present where you are here all around. 4, returning fully back now. And 5, with eyes open, wide awake, to a fully non-suggestible state. So thank you all for going on the journey. I know some of you were observers. Some of you, that's perfectly fine. And I guess I don't know what our time is, if anybody, I think we're getting pretty close to the end here. Oh, I should mention, I'm sorry, I didn't mention in the beginning, there's an inner child workshop at 1 o'clock that you're going to go into state 6 times. And it's a 3-hour workshop. It's donation only. So we'd love it if you guys want to come to that. I also have a free breathwork and hypnosis, light hypnosis journey that I do every Tuesday evening online. And you can get information about that. And for a couple of people who might still be interested in the channeling books, I just put a flyer over there that you could scan and buy it on Amazon. And last thing is, there is a sign up just in one of those old notebooks if anybody wants to stay in touch either about sessions, about the free workshops, about anything else that I do, then just please go ahead and sign up. So, yeah, thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Mahalo. That was lovely, Sheila. Yeah, there is those who didn't look at the table earlier, there is a sign-up sheet over there if you're wanting to take the workshop this afternoon, and it's love offering, so that's up to you. Mm-hmm. And we had one special request from a dear member of our community here, and that's from Pamakai. I know we're all very capable of loving others and for praying and sending energy for others. And she had requested she has a special request from all of us, and I'm just going to read this. This is for Pamakai. Knowing that she is always surrounded by loving, supportive, empowering, kind and generous, spiritually conscious people everywhere she goes, with extra blessings for this journey to Oahu, for a wellness procedure at Queen's. She flew this morning, right, Pasha? She flew today over to Oahu, and her procedure's in the morning tomorrow. So if we could all send her some love and energy and prayers, she would greatly appreciate that. And for her daughter Faith, who's still on the island here, stayed here, for Faith, pour her faith and joy are keeping her company while Pamai is gone, and that she's has loving, helpful people giving her lots of hugs. That was her request. All right. It is now time to pass this lovely koa bowl and put all your love and any green stuff you want to put in there to help us, assist us keep on our lights on. And JP, we would love some music to accompany that passing. Thank you. Thank you for that beautiful music, JP. Beautiful flute. Thank you. And thank you to all of you for sharing your love here today. As I know I've said so many times, this community is super special. And those of us that are here understand that. And it's so lovely to share it every Sunday and whenever else we get together. And let's keep inviting new folks. It's the new year. Even though we're right almost at the end of January, we all know people. And all it takes is asking, hey, are you interested? Come with me on Sunday, or show up here, or anything, as it would be nice to expand how many members we have here. And we do have new member sheets that can be signed up if you know of anybody. They're on the table here, as we're coming up on the new member event soon too. So let's see if we can invite some new faces and bodies and more beings of light. Coming up at New Thought, we have some announcements. I know you took care of your announcements. You're clear on all yours. Thank you, Sheila. Obviously, we're here on Sundays, always at 10 a.m. in person, or by live stream, which is lovely to be able to do. You can also watch the videos on YouTube afterwards anytime you want. And you can go back, I'm not sure how many years back you can watch, but there's a lot in there, right? I know I've done that. We do offer free childcare if anyone knows of or brings small children. We just ask that we get the reservation by Friday so we can be sure to have someone here for that child or those children. The next 3 Sundays. Next Sunday is Anna Getzel. Anna, where are you? You were sitting, there she is. She's waving her arms. One of our very own members, Anna's going to be presenting next week, and her title is Staying in Tune with Our Soul Dance to Live Our Deepest Joy. And our other lovely member, Jean Love, is going to be our musician. So isn't that nice? Next week we have 2 of our own members presenting and creating music for us. On February 8th, Michael Sedman. His title is A Pilgrimage Journey to Paradise to Find Yourself, with music by Doug Kenniar. On February 15th, Nancy Shipley Rubin, Embracing the Fire, Empowering the Coming Year, with music by Joe Conti. Weekly classes, we have on Mondays always 4:30 to 5:30. Jinan Wang, he offers Tai Chi and Qigong, all levels, $15 per class. And from 4 to 4:30, if you come early, you can learn the long form, and there's coaching for advanced students, and that's $10. We have Wellness Wednesdays from 4 to 5 p.m. Star Root is doing healing sessions with Reiki, sound, and chakra balancing right here in the Honua room. It's $20 as a suggested donation. Monthly events, end of month potluck, which is today. Woohoo! Right here on the line, right after service. And after service, of course, and after lunch today, then we'll be going in. Those of us who are staying for Sheila's workshop at 1 o'clock will be going into the Honua room. And again, that's love donation. We also offer, obviously, crystal bowl meditations on second Sundays from 9 to 9:30. The next one will be on February 8th. Special events. Sunday, today, our workshop with Sheila, New Year's Inner Child Immersive, 1 to 4. Sunday on February 1st, Anna Getzel, am I saying it right? Gensel. Rediscovering Our Sacred Gardens, a shamanic journey circle, 1:30 to 4, $10 to $40, sliding scale. And invitations, like I just mentioned. Are you a member of New Thought? I think almost all of us here are, with one exception. And if not, you're invited to join. The applications of forms are on the round table at the entry. You can also apply online via the website. New members will be recognized on the day of the annual meeting on February 22, coming right up. I can't believe January's almost gone. Our mailing list, sign the guest book to get a weekly newsletter, or sign up via the website. And those newsletters are so helpful to access your calendar and figure out where you're going to be, when, and who, and why, and how. All right. It's that time when we're going to circle up and sing together. Aloha, Hawaii.